What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon, the crypto universe. Today is Friday, June 21st. In today's video, we have to talk about how institutions and centralized exchanges are either recognizing the Rune ecosystem or have begun to roll out listing DOG and specifically its Rune ecosystem within its own exchange. This is huge. This is the very beginning of where tier 1 exchanges are starting to recognize the community and also the strength of DOG. We're going to share with you at the very end of the video what we could expect in the price and the charting and analysis. So with that said, as always, before we begin, please smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page. And most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. So DOG roughly is around a 530 million market cap, down 7%. Now you must be wondering, is this the end of DOG? I'm sure there's a ton of people out there that feel emotionally on a roller coaster due to the volatility of this specific token. But let's go and zoom out because it isn't just DOG. Well, apparently over those past 7 days, Bitcoin had dumped between 66,000 to 63,000. Why is this important? Because whatever happens to Bitcoin heavily affects altcoins, gaming altcoins, especially meme coins. So what does that mean? If Bitcoin pumps, typically altcoins, gaming altcoins, and meme coins pump much harder. But the same could be said reverse. If Bitcoin goes in a downtrend or makes a small dip, typically we see this happen with meme coins, gaming altcoins, and altcoins such as layer 2s, they go down heavily as well. So if we zoom out, if we look at the meme coin market cap, seeing how everything's kind of been playing out, let's go and look over the top DOG coins. Well, Dogecoin used to be at 20 billion. 2 billion lower now, it's at 18 billion. Shiba Inu used to be at 15 billion, down 5 billion. Dog Hat used to be above 2 billion, lost 200 million. Floki used to be above 2 million, down 400 million. Bonk used to be above 2 billion, down 700 million. Now, when we're looking at DOG, the Rune token itself, it's actually only down 400 million. So not that much compared to much of these other predecessors, especially Bonk. So now that you know what's going on with this whole market ecosystem and how everything kind of plays out in reaction to Bitcoin, let's talk about the bullishness regarding centralized exchanges. Because as of yesterday, yes, we talked about how KuCoin Futures announced perpetual trading for 1 to 8x leverage trading. Now, with perpetual trading, as we mentioned in yesterday's video, there is no expiration date compared to futures trading, but this is very huge. Now, if we pay attention to why this is very huge, is because if you've seen previous listings, such as say, for instance, Turbo, which is a different meme coin on a totally different blockchain, well, it apparently experienced a 100x when it launched on perpetual trading on KuCoin. And so what does that mean for DOG? It could potentially mean that maybe we're going to see some major bull rallies in the future coming ahead. If you don't believe me, this is Turbo, the token. So apparently what I'm hearing is that KuCoin listed it right around this region for perpetual trading and then did 100x. So it was eliminating a lot of zeros up until this point. So that's really cool. We could possibly expect to see DOG reach that type of volatility. Now, another thing I want to share with you is that an Australian exchange decided to list this token. This is a tier 2 exchange, but these are exchanges that are recognizing and also appreciating, respecting the free and fair movement, which also means since the DOG token follows this narrative of they're not paying centralized exchange listings the multi-millions of dollars to list their token, that means everything that these exchanges are doing are completely 100% volunteer efforts. So they're integrating the Runes ecosystem into their marketplace. Now, also Cube, which is another exchange, allows you to buy these runes in the most efficient and fast way. If you haven't joined the Cube account, make sure to check them out. Their CEO presented this demonstration, allowing you to not having to buy these runes in bulk. In fact, that you can buy these runes in small amounts, in dollar values, $10, $500, $1,000 as a simple, easy click of a button. And that's it. That's as easy as if you want to buy these Rune tokens, especially DOG, which he's demonstrating in this video, without having to buy in bulk. And the last thing I want to share with you is that also yesterday, after the KuCoin Futures announcement, MEXC, the 11th largest exchange in the world, listed DOG not on futures, not on perpetual, but for spot trading. This is huge. This allows people to buy DOG on the spot with 100% of their proceeds without having to buy a derivative token or having to buy something on secondary. This is actually buying the token live on their exchange. They have over $1.1 billion in trading volume on a daily basis. And also they have roughly around 11 million visitors within their exchange. So this is really cool to see that MEXC is seeing the recognition within DOG, its community. And believe it or not, they have the largest engagement with the DOG army. Look at this. This is 190,000 views. Now, if you go over to their Twitter page, you'll notice something is that typically you don't see that many engagements with their other posts when it comes to a different meme coin or a different token. So that just goes to show you that the DOG army is strong. This is the type of thing that bigger exchanges are looking at, is the customer engagement. They want to see that people want this token and the demand of it. This is bigger than Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and many of these other meme coins on this testnet blockchains. Now, something that Leonidas said, which was a great point, he says DOG has either a spot or perpetual listing on the 4th, 7th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 15th, and 18th largest centralized exchange listings in the world in less than 2 months without paying listing fees or market makers. This is the free and fair movement, and it's literally making history. Very important. Now, I mentioned earlier on in the video that institutions are paying attention to runes. They absolutely are. So this is the image right here. So this is a mix between institutions and major tier 1 centralized exchanges talking about runes. And why this slide is very important is because the reason they post these articles is because they want to educate their customers and clients first, and they have to do it months ahead of time before they end up listing the runes on their ecosystem. They do this because they want to gauge to see what the demand is like, if people are interested, but also legality wise, they have to inform people way ahead of time so that people become familiar, so that they just don't list these specific tokens on their exchange or to their hedge fund clients such as Franklin Templeton or Fidelity, which are the multi-trillions of dollars in terms of their asset portfolios. They have to do this so that they better position their clients to have the best exposure to these specific tokens. And because of that, because DOG has the most transaction volume and the most engagement, it's most likely going to be the very first token on all these exchanges and also to these hedge funds as well. Now let's get into the nitty gritty on the charting and analysis. So this is something I want to show you that's very important, and that's regarding the RSI. Now, during that massive bull rally that we saw all the way up to $970 million, almost close to $1 billion, we saw that we were in the overbought territory. Now, as you can see, we've seen this huge downtrend in terms of volatility to the downside with the token, but now we're falling into the oversold territory. Notice that we keep bouncing right here and right here. Eventually, this is actually going to go in reverse because it really hasn't broken past a specific level right around 30. So if you notice, it's only gone down here, maybe right around here in the very beginning, but it hasn't gone past it ever since. So right now we're on oversold territory, and we are going to experience a reversal at some point or another. And I don't know when that'll be. Hopefully it's within the next 7 days. But nonetheless, you are right now entering the buy zone. This is the dollar cost average zone. And right now, people are dollar cost averaging from whales and also retail investors. This is why it's really important to have more exposure below the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. The reason we say that is because anything below this is discounted. Typically, people never buy in the lows. People only buy in the FOMO. That's totally fine, but that's also not the best way to trade. The real long-term investors, the people who have ton of liquidity, the ones that make a lot of money, buy when there's blood in the water, blood in the streets, blood in the market. And then they sell in the profit areas. And that's exactly what we saw here. And that's why it's really important to position yourself well, because you're going to have to buy these dips, because when we end up going to new all-time high prices, that's the time to actually take profit if you ever do plan to. So as a conclusion and statement, you may be looking at the price right now, but don't forget, we were not too long ago at 190 million to 200 million market cap, not 530. This is the new support level. This is the new 200 million support level. This is where we're gonna end up seeing massive profits later on down the road. We just don't know exactly when. Now, everything you just heard is just my opinion. I'm only updating you on what's going on. It does not mean this is financial advice. You have to be very careful investing the money that you do invest into anything. Anything within the cryptocurrency market, you have to be very careful. Don't go buy into DOG because you think you're gonna get rich quick. That's not how it's done. The people that end up getting a lot of money or making a lot of gains are the ones that are patient. I was the one that bought this token at a 200 million market cap, and I waited for about a month, which is not long, but in crypto world, it's long. But I waited a month before that next bull rally. This is happening pretty fast for dog go to the moon. Who knows how long it will take, but you have to be very patient. That's how you win. So that's why I say don't go investing everything that you have right now as we speak. That's why you have to dollar cost average. So you have money to pay for bills, rent, groceries, and your everyday lifestyle, right? You want to be able to live peacefully, close this computer, come back into it in a month or two, and then hopefully things will go back into the bull market. So with that said, as always, if you want to support the channel, please smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page to receive all of our alpha calls and trades regarding dog go to the moon. Till then, see you guys and girls next time.